今日の狙いとポイント、早速お聞かせください。
そうです、ホームですので、ね、まず勝ちたいという、ところと、あとは新しく、入る選手もいっぱいいますので、そのエネルギーを、ね、どんだけ出せるかと、そういう勝負かなと思ってます。
そのまさに伺いたかった新しい選手たちへの期待というのは、改めてもう一言お聞かせください。
そうです、思い切ってやってほしいということと、あとはやっぱりそのエネルギーですね、アグレッシブに、いきたいので、そういう意味で言うと自分の持ち味をどんどん出してほしいなと思います。
今日の戦いがタイトルに向けてというだけじゃなくて、9月の連戦、ここ以降の連戦に向けてもエネルギーになってきそうな気がするんですが。
そうですね、そうだし、そうしなくてはいけない、ゲームだとも思ってます。ただ、やっぱり必要なのは勝ちなので、やっぱりそこのところはこだわりたいと思います。
あともう一問、相手について、バンフォーレ、それからバンフォーレ率いるのは、かつて鬼木さんと現役時代にここで一緒に戦ったコンビを組んだ大塚監督です。相手について、相手指揮官について一言お願いします。
いや、もう新庄が監督になってからね、よりこうなんていうんですかね、守備のところも、非常に強固になってますし、また常に狙いの、あるゲームをされてますので、本当に難しいゲームになるなというふうに、思ってます。また本当に非常にいいチームなので、そこのところを崩すことは本当に大変だと思いますけども、でも自分たちは自分たちの選手に期待したいなと思います。
今日の戦いの狙いというか、ポイントどのあたりか、早速お話しください。
そうですね、我々にとってこのルヴァンカップベスト8から臨めるっていうのは、大きなチャンスであるので、選手と共有したのは、チャンスは生かさなければ、意味がないんだっていうところで、そこに向かって、全力で取り組むっていうところがまずベースにあって、勝利のポイントとしては、やっぱり素晴らしいチームですから、川崎フロンターレ、そういった相手に対して我々はやっぱり止まらないで、常に90分間アグレッシブに戦う、それが一つのポイントになってくるというふうに思ってます。心の中までは分からないですけども、その選手の表情を見てると内に秘めたものがあるのかなというふうに感じてますので、またピッチに出たら、甲府から多くのサポーター来てるっていうふうに聞いてますので。来てますか、はいそのサポーターがまた力強い後押ししてくれると思うので、共に戦って、なんとかいい形で、勝利したいなというふうに思ってます。
very warm welcome to the Todoroki Stadium in Kawasaki for this J.League YBC Levain Cup quarter-final first leg between Kawasaki Frontale and Ventforet Kofu. It's the last two winners of the Emperor's Cup competing here for a place in the last four of the Levain Cup this season. Kofu in the second tier of Japanese football, but they are no strangers to success whilst in the second tier. They did win the Emperor's Cup 2 years ago, but they've only beaten Kawasaki in a competitive match once, and that was almost a decade ago. So it's a big challenge and a big ask for them. For Kawasaki Frontale, they're fighting on a number of fronts, and they're looking to put some disappointing league form behind them. Coach Toru Oniki, who is the architect of all of the club's great success within the last decade or so, he's struggling maybe for the first time. Just a few questions being asked about his position. Both of these teams are entering the Levain Cup at this stage for the first time, the quarter-final. Due to their involvement in the Asian Champions League, they were given a bye. Historic, not a team from the second tier was involved in the Asian Champions League. So Ventforet Kofu have the chance to do something special once again. For Frontale, the fixtures are very much piling up. They're fighting on so many fronts. And for that reason, there's been a bit of rotation today. We'll get to the team lineups in a second. Pre-match formalities just getting underway here. And Dialton there will be the spearhead of the attack for Kofu as they try to get a result this evening, which will give them a chance in the second leg this weekend. Match is played over 2 legs, with the winner going through to the last 4 of the competition. For Kawasaki Frontale, star centre-back Kota Takai does not feature due to his international involvement with Japan, so that means new signing Cesar Haidar makes his debut in central defence alongside Shintaro Kurumaya, who is looking to build his fitness back up. So Kawahara makes a first start in central midfield, and Erison, wearing number 9, the big money buy from Brazil, starts. Star striker Shin Yamada is rested. Also notable is that for the first time since June, on the bench for Kawasaki Frontale is Bafetimbi Gomes. He will be known to fans of the Premier League, and Swansea City was there almost a decade or so ago. The 2 captains, Masahiro Sekiguchi of the visitors and Jakuto Wakizaka of the hosts. There for the coin toss in the middle. Do have VAR in operation. So if there's any contentious decisions, we will have the officials having a second look at it. For Ventforet Kofu, and Dialton is another Brazilian spearheading what should be a counter-attacking setup, you would imagine. The other veteran star of the team, 40-year-old now, Nigerian Peter Utaka, is on the bench, but he could feature before the end here. Coach Shinji Otsuka looking to maybe save his legs a little. Here is Toru Oniki, has achieved so many historic feats with Kawasaki Frontale. His entire coaching career with the club. And then more of a new arrival is Shinji Otsuka. He replaced Yoshiyuki Shinoda, who was fired at the beginning of July with the team disappointing in the second tier. So we are underway now at the Todoroki Stadium. You're familiar with the teams. Ventforet Kofu. The visitors are in white with possession right now. From right to left on your screen. That's the hosts, who aren't averse to playing out from the back. Kawasaki Frontale going from left to right and playing in the blue. Nice play early on. That's a lovely switch by Sukusegawa. He's coming in towards the back post, but Tsubasa Shibuya gets an early touch. The goalkeeper just to calm any nerves that he may have. And Dialton, who will be given the brief of trying to hold the ball up front. We'll see him used as an out ball for Ventforet Kofu. Imagine Utaka will see minutes, maybe the last half hour or so. They've stabilised in the second tier, but it's another disappointing campaign for Ventforet Kofu. Top flight as well. Sitting not a million miles away from the relegation zone, which a few years ago might have been unthinkable. So many of their high-profile players have departed. Toma at Brighton, Hatate and Celtic among them. It's carved into the box there. Delivery coming in from that far side from Segawa, coming in at the end, and it was Tono with the delivery. Plays that out. Pointed out to this near side here. Kimura turns neatly but gives possession away. You see the high pressing style of Kawasaki Frontale in full flow. Kofu will probably go for more of a containment strategy and then look to spring on the counter-attack. You'll see no particularly prevalent high press. To make an impact today, Erikson. Signed from Botafogo. Long towards Adalton. If they can win the second balls here, Kofu may have a chance of grabbing an early goal, which could make all the difference. There's the debutant, Cesar Haidar. Dalton strayed just offside. Some run here from Sasaki. Progress is halted. Some success keeping the visitors penned in here. Kawasaki Frontale trying to play on the front foot. Haidar, good ball with the left foot. It's beyond the reach of Tono. Have the ability to be very creative out wide. the setup of Kawasaki Frontale there. They have shifted from 4-3-3 previously in the reign of their legendary coach. Toru Oniki now deploying more of a 4-2-3-1. Good turn by Adilton. Keeps possession well. Now players coming to join the attack, including Takahiro Iida. Switch of play. Good effort from Tori Kai. Early test for Lee Yamaguchi. Need a second invitation there. Lash that one. Yoshiki Tori Kai. Approach with the corner from Ventforet Kofu, but it's not going to yield dividends in the end. It's confirmation of the setup for the visitors. 3 defenders. Backs is the system. Spearhead in attack with 2 supporting players, who today are Tori Kai, who had the shot a few moments ago, and Naoto Misawa. Has been notable in terms of the stagnation somewhat of Kawasaki Frontale has been a lack of the ability to play out from the back. Don't always need to though, as that long ball to Edison shows. Only half repelled by Kofu. Yamamoto plays that out wide. Looking to get involved. Put it through to Eriksson, then back to Wakizaka. Kurumaya forward to support and Haidar. That's the centre back switch. Shows the way Oniki likes his teams to play. Ball towards the byline is just beyond the run of Yuki Yamamoto. Tracking back there. Not the most glamorous of work from Kazuhiro Sato, but important all the same. Spot the run and track the runner. Pass. Tori Kai's causing problems early here. Just can't quite get on the end of that one. Ready signs from the visitors. But we do have the armoury. Give Frontale problems. It's been a bright start from Tori Kai. Shots, not troubling Yamaguchi. This time Misawa. partners. Sakiguchi. Captain coming forwards, doing what he can do. Shinji Otsuka has certainly settled things in August. He ended a 10-match barren run. Just helped to settle a few of the nerves that were jangling. Kofu, but another potential relegation. Relegated from the top flight a few years ago now. Trying to build back to get there. Years do pass quickly. Whether successful, as has been the case for Toru Oniki, whether striving to get back to that place in the top flight. Relegated in 2017. Different format this year for the Levain Cup. So it involves J-League clubs from G1 down to G3. Previously it was just G1 clubs plus the teams that had just been relegated from the top flights. So what that's meant is a few potential upsets, and the rule that lower league clubs are designated as hosts to larger fan bases from the top flight, and that's been a boon financially. It's spread the wealth a little in the Japanese game, and it's probably added to the entertainment value as well. There's Tono. Ball across. A chance to create something for Tachibanada. Segawa. Cross from him. Falls for Tono. And Eriksson tries to turn. It's a crowded space. He's patient enough. Segawa lets fly. Good positioning from Tsubasa Shibuya. Goalkeeper was monitoring that one well and got his positioning right. It's 9/10 of the law for any goalkeeper. Just making sure that you're well positioned, and you can see here he knows exactly what Segawa's going to do. Frontale, though, building up a bit of momentum now. See Kento Tachibanada playing it right back today. Midfielder by trades. He is versatile. Certainly playing as an inside fullback is a strength. Something we've seen. Anyone who's an acolyte of Ange Postecoglou, so much success in Japanese football, will know that he really does like his fullbacks to do that. We've seen the adoption of that more in European football in recent years, more widely. Heavy touch there. She's all the way back to Koya Ayashida. Now Taiga-son. Pass, but again a loose touch. And any time that happens, Kawasaki Frontale have the springboard to get forward at pace. Eriksson has his cross blocked. Taiga-son with good covering. But any real trouble? Not that time anyway. Fears just calmed here. Hefty challenge. Flying in there from Masahiro Sekiguchi. Frontale fans. They're looking for their team to show an improvement in form. Never really replaced the superstar players that have departed for foreign shores. That's the challenge, though. Players do depart for Europe. How do you replace them? High-profile signing. Bafetimbi Gomes. He just hasn't hit the mark yet. This game, a chance for some players to demonstrate what they can do, such as this man, Cesar Haidar. Red Bull Bragantino, Brazil. As I was alluding to earlier, it's the playing out from the back that Kawasaki Frontale just haven't quite managed to do at the same level as they did when the team was in its heyday, maybe 4 or 5 years ago now. Summer transfer window, another one where key players departed. Tatsuki Seko, Tsukumi Ominami, both left for Europe. Challenge. Can you keep managing to renew things time and time again? Tono realised anything. Get the impression Ventforet Kofu will be pleased with their work so far. Keeping the tide tight before heading back home will be the name of the game for Shinji Otsuka. Nice hold-up play. Swift move. Lovely footwork as well there from Torikai. And then he went in late, so picks up a yellow card for the challenge, the late one on Kurumaya. He's looked very bright early on here. Yoshiki Torikai. That he has been booked up. Trying to find their rhythm, find their fluency. Nice pass from Wakizaka. Sasaki thumps that one, and Shibuya makes a good save. Sasaki though certainly He saw the opportunity, didn't hesitate to let fly. Long-range shots look like they're definitely going to be part of the tactic for both teams here. If any opening does present, then they will look to get the shot away quickly. Pairing of Yamamoto, Kawahara began to get the engine purring a little. For Kawasaki. Nothing attempted there by Yamamoto. Fairly tiring shift, you'd imagine, for Adelton. Nice pass by Chibanada. Throw in to Kawasaki Frontale in a good position. Left-hand side, and it's crossed in towards Edison. Took up a good position. Looked in by Tono. Ball flicked across by Yamamoto, and then a thumping shot is well blocked. But Asahi Sasaki is looking more and more dangerous. Just over midway through this opening half of football. Kawasaki Frontale 0, Ventforet Kofu 0. Football beginning to move about with zip and purpose. Segawa, ball into the middle, it's almost towards Eriksson. Sekiguchi has to just lump it away. Kawasaki Frontale building momentum. Yamamoto. Back to Sasaki. Wakizaka gets it in towards Yamamoto. Just did well. It was Dayatono rather. Coming on the inside channel. Good run. Well spotted by Yasuto Wakizaka. And then once more Shibuya is getting tested more and more frequently. Equal to the task. Very low, flighted, not the best from Ito Tachibanada. Cesar Haidar, the debutant, goes flanked away. Kawasaki Frontale now very much on the front foot. Segawa. Chibanada. Nice football again, and Yamamoto now out to Sasaki. Haidar. accidental where it ended up, but worked out in the end for him. Not quite though for Kawasaki Frontale at Dialton. Did well there. Runs a throw in for his team. Imagine the visiting coach will be the happier of the two so far. Tasted once, but most of his involvement has been contributing to keeping the team playing out from the back, and it's a bit more in keeping with what Oniki likes his teams to do. Having a lot of injuries in the defence last couple of seasons certainly had an impact. There's been a lack of consistency in that area of the team and more generally. Eriksson turns well, Shibuya makes the save, but it's a cross and then laid back off and into the net. The opening goal for Kawasaki Frontale, and it's Dayatono who gives the hosts the lead. Defence ended up all over the place, trying to keep that one out. Shibuya, who's made a few good saves, went wandering for Ventforet Kofu. Now they've fallen behind. Eriksson made the good run initially. The goalkeeper came out, but it was an unsure clearance. Exchange between Dayatono and Yasuko Wakizaka. Exactly. Kawasaki Frontale needed an unconventional finish from Tono. But did the job. So the first blow in this quarter-final tie is landed by Kawasaki Frontale. Dayatono. And the most prolific season for Tono so far. It's the one lead goal in the Levain Cup, giving him a chance to get some confidence in terms of his finishing. Maybe somewhat of an element of luck about that one. I'm not sure he meant to hit it down into the ground and then back up into the roof of the net, but paid off anyway. Ventforet Kofu looking for a quick response. Switches that across to Son. To Hayashida. Sekiguchi. Switch from him though, off target. Ventforet Kofu. Can't cough up possession cheaply. That's the key for them here. Kawasaki Frontale are the type of team that once they get ahead of steam, they can really get to assert their authority, and especially against a team from the G2 League. Fancy their chances of putting their foot on the gas now. Literally bouncing now inside the Todoroki Stadium. Switch of play. Chibanada gets the header on. on, but the flag was up against Yusuke Tagawa. Making more rampaging runs as the game's gone on, Kento Tachibanada. Just struggled to really make much headway down that side. To get some possession, Ventforet Kofu, but Yamamoto sends that into the path of Wakizaka. And then Shibuya is quickly off his line to good effect that time. And for once here, Ventforet Kofu, if they're quick about it, have some bodies and some momentum. They just slow down though, and that allows Kawasaki Frontale to get back into shape. A bit of inspiration in forward areas right now are the visitors. Son to Hayashida. Nice football. Torikai looks for Araki, who's become a lot more involved since I said he was quiet on that left-hand side. Kawasaki Frontale trademark. Wakizaka just unable to find the finish at the end of it, and headed to Subasa Shibuya. Shida goes back to his goalkeeper. Scared to take a couple of chances and almost came back to bite him. They say you need to have a streak of madness or craziness to be a goalkeeper. In a joking way, of course. Even with Nayatono leading down his neck, Shibuya. Scared to try and play out from the back there. High press for Kawasaki Frontale is broken here by Ventforet Kofu. And that leaves space for Araki. Good ball forward, and that's just beyond stretching Torikai. Lovely cross there. Shoaraki. Experienced player. Confident to get on that left-hand side. A good foot in there. And any time for Kofu can get forward to Adilton, just buys the team yardage further forward in the pitch. the sense that transitions and counter-attacks may be the best opportunity for them to score a goal. Be afraid to take a more measured approach. Akahiro Ida passes it to Adelton. Former FC Tokyo man with the flick. Kimura's progress is halted. Sato forward. Sawa just dropping away from the front to try and join things together. As part of the two that play wide of Adelton with the wing backs or wingers, whatever way you look at it. Further wide. Here's Shuaraki. Ball forward now, Tori Kai. Kimura. This doesn't quite work out, but Tori Kai picks back up. There's Sato to Adelton. Better this from Ventforet Kofu. Araki just takes his eye off the ball slightly, and that takes a little bit of sting out of the attack. This is a better period of possession, though, for Shinji Otsuka's team. Son, ball forwards. Mura just couldn't quite keep his balance. Now here comes Edison, though, leading the charge on the counter for Kawasaki Frontale. As that's gone in, spectacular. A really bright start to the season to Edison. But an injury really halted his progress in that regard, and Shinji Yamada has earned his place as the starting striker. There's 11 goals to lead the team this season, so Edison is left trying to fight his way back in. That's why Gomes has been more of a peripheral figure. Good run and a brilliant save. Tori Kai shot, and Yamaguchi's reflexes. That's how quickly a game can turn. Ventforet Kofu, so close to an equaliser. Growing in confidence here. Tony Kai lays it out to Araki. Wide. To Kimura. Important spell in the game, this. Zarhaidar recovers across well. Centre back now, just being tested a little. His debut. Now to Misawa. Trying to make a nuisance of himself. A gorgeous switch of play. He does forward. Adelton's waiting. And he took the shot on, didn't the fullback. Just wonder, will Takahiro Ida regret that? That's two good chances in the last couple of minutes, though, for Ventforet Kofu. And it's these kind of spells in matches, especially in the J-League, where Toru Oniki's Kawasaki Frontale team have really suffered from just letting opponents get in behind them way too often. Good opportunity there. positive signs from the visitors. Comes after a few nervy moments with goalkeeper Tsubasa Shibuya. On such fine margins to football matches wrong. So many competitions to think about. There has been questions about just how much oomph would be in the Kawasaki Frontale challenge for the Levain Cup. They certainly seem up for it. For Ventforet Kofu, there's a chance for the cup specialists from the second tier to work more magic when it comes to cup runs. This year, not to lie to this stage of the Levain Cup due to that Asian Champions League participation. Straight into the last 8 now. What can they do? Probably safe from relegation in the second tier, which has been Otsuka's impact, and promotion maybe a distant opportunity. Maybe this is their chance to some sort of glory this season. Nice football. Kawa tries to get that in. Yamamoto picks up the pieces and Sasaki has it. Good footwork from Sasaki, cuts it across towards Edison. It's deflected out. Now it's back with Wakizaka. Yamamoto to Sasaki again. Tono now offering. Kurumaya. Haidar, all the players getting a touch for Kawasaki Frontale. 2 minutes plus stoppage time left in this first half. Haidar towards his compatriot Edison. Too close to Shibuya. In a very watchable first half of football here at the Todoroki Stadium in this J.League YBC Levain Cup quarter-final first leg. It's Kawasaki Frontale have the lead right now. Dialton switch to the left wing for a moment. It's usually where he plays if Rita Ruchaka starts. Combined age of over 70. 8 of them. It's part of the reason Ventforet play the way they do. They want to use up the energy reserves. A high pressing game. Their talented veteran front players. The G2 League squad goes, it is a strong one. Should probably be performing better than it is in the league. That's one of the things that these two teams have in common. They're not performing to scratch in the league. Sato goes on a meander and then switches it out to Ida. Patient play here. Just tick into stoppage time at the end of the first half. Sawa dropping deeper and deeper to become involved. And 40 seconds or so left for Ventforet Kofu to hit back in this first half. Kai. The likeliest to conjure up some magic. A chance to maybe shoot there for Sato. Instead, trying to carve out a good opportunity here. Here's Ida. Back to Sekiguchi. Really want to try and get the ball forward quickly here. Ventforet Kofu, or they're going to run out of time in this first half. Good run inside from Araki, he's not used. And then the cross from Tangason is blocked. And that is the end of the first half in this J.League YBC Levain Cup quarter-final first leg. Daya Tono's goal. Just approaching the half-hour mark is the difference between the teams, and that has given Kawasaki Frontale the lead. But Yoshiki Torikai and Takahiro Ida both came close for the visitors. The half-time score, though, Kawasaki Frontale 1, Ventforet Kofu 0. very warm welcome back to the Todoroki Stadium in Kawasaki for this J.League YBC Levain Cup quarter-final first leg. We've got the second half in front of us between Kawasaki Frontale and Ventforet Kofu. It's the team from the top flights, Frontale, who lead by one Dayatono goal to nil at half-time. Just towards the end of that first half, Ventforet Kofu had a couple of good chances, which suggest they have more than enough in the tank. Have a good goal in the second half and trying to restore parity in the second leg of this tie, which takes place this weekend. Certainly enough creativity in the ranks. Naoto Misawa. There will be one of the key men trying to torment Kawasaki Frontale backline. Louis Yamaguchi in goal. Kawasaki Frontale fans firmly declare themselves the team's 12th man. Ventforet Kofu and Kawasaki Frontale just gathering in a short huddle, respectively, ahead of the second half to deploy some tactical instruction and motivation. Yasuto Wakizaka is the skipper for Kawasaki Frontale. Most creative players in Japanese football. One of the few Kawasaki Frontale have managed to keep their success. Previous years means that some of their top talents have left for Europe. They're trying to put the nucleus together here, maybe rebuild it, and that's a little dangerous from Tsubasa Shibuya. Once again, a couple of nerve-jangly moments in the first half. Also made a couple of good saves. Big collision. Eriksson, the striker. Ball, actually, that just rattled off his face. It's one instance where it's maybe advisable to put your hand up towards the football to protect yourself from taking one full in the face. Toru Oniki has already seen Eriksson go down through injury earlier this season, and an early stoppage in the second half here. Never really had much of that in the first half. We'll be hoping Eriksson is okay to continue. You can see here, maybe more his arm that took it. Ball was going at a fair pace, though. Should they need to deploy a substitute, Bafetimbi Gomes, the high-profile signing who's really failed to hit the heights, the former Swansea City striker in the Premier League. And the man who's been full of goals this season, Shinya Ada, would be the primary candidates, you would imagine, to replace him. You can see Yamada there just readying himself for deployment. And that's just somewhat taken a little bit of the fervent atmosphere out of the stadium. In a considerable amount of pain, does Eriksson. Considerable figure of money spent on him as well. Kawasaki Frontale certainly won't want to lose him again. That's nice sportsmanship from Tsubasa Shibuya. Obviously, with any head injury, full precautions have to be taken. One of the most important safety measures in modern football. For the time being, Kawasaki Frontale will be reduced to 10 men. Gerrison looks like he will continue from what we can see and gather so far. Azar Haidar, his compatriot who's making his debut today, just under a little bit of pressure defensively. Here's Tori Kai. Switches that out to Ida. Ida can't quite control it. Shiki Tori Kai and Takahiro Ida probably combined to have the best two chances for Ventforet Kofu. Eriksson is back on. Jaw somewhat. Hayashi, that is Shibuya. Son Araki under a little bit of pressure and was caught there. Tiger Son was caught by Yusuke Sigawa. Second yellow card of the game. Well, Matson demanded the challenge, but he was late. Yusuke Sigawa. Expected since he joined the club. Fallen out of favour slightly with Toru Oniki. Didn't look very heavily involved in that first half. That can't really be a positive of the Levain Cup as part of the ecosystem. Japanese football gives players a chance to emerge and probably make a name for themselves. Sasaki. Have Yamamoto behind him, who breaks to. And Tono is onside, lays it across. And then Wakizaka puts it wide, just couldn't adjust his body for the finish, I don't think. This time, Daya Tono trying to be the creator. It's his goal, which separates the teams as it stands. Scored in the 27th minute of the game. Eriksson. It's that one, Yamamoto. Wakizaka. That's good positioning once more from Tsubasa Shibuya. Kawasaki Frontale seem to have started this second half with a real determination. Pass by Misawa though. Good exchange with Tori Kai. Misawa's cross towards the Dalton, it's just beyond him. Coming in at the other side was Shoaraki. Now being recycled is back in towards the Dalton, and that was slightly more hopeful than expected, really, that cross. And it's easy enough for Luis Yamaguchi. Very surprised if Dalton plays the full 90 minutes here. Bayatono, good switch of play. Chance for Sugawa to get the ball across, but quite on the same wavelength as any of his teammates. Second goal here for Kawasaki Frontale would change the complexion of the tie. 1-0. Ventforet Kofu still very much in things. Turns into a 2-goal advantage. Over 180 minutes rather than 90. That's going to be a much harder ask for the team from the second tier. Sasaki crosses it in. Eriksson's beaten well in the air. And just keeps strangling their opponent with possession here. Sasaki prods it in. Eriksson, good turn. Eriksson is well blocked. Enough bodies behind it defensively for the visitors. But it goes behind for a corner. And the pressure is building on the Ventforet Kofu goal. Just took a bobble at the wrong time for Eriksson there, and you can see the frustration etched on the face of the Brazilian. Prosciutto Wakizaka. Lead it here to the great Kengo Nakamura. Crosses it in. Buya. It's a punch on it, and then Aidar's header straight back into the goalkeeper's arms. Hirohida. That ball inside, and it's just that silly pass there. In all honesty, Kazuhiro Sato just need a period of possession here to Ventforet Kofu. Yamamoto to Eriksson. Stumbles but turns again and delivers the finish. 11 minutes into the second half, and now Kawasaki Frontale are properly in charge of this tie. Eriksson, who went down with a head knock at the start of this second half, seems to have redoubled his determination to get on the score sheet since that happens. Showed a striker's instinct there. Great balance and a great turn as well. Just to see this. Chest control. Did it come off the arm? That is a question, maybe. Look at this little touch here. Takes it away from the defender, spins, and rifles it below Shibuya. Toru Moniki's side started the second half with a point to prove. And Eriksson has got the goal that I'm sure he would have been looking for when he was put into the starting lineup today. Shinji Otsuka's task becoming a little more difficult. Minutes go on, but there is going to be a check. The longer that was delayed, the more you thought this might get chopped off, and it would be a shame from Eriksson's point of view. if it did happen, that does seem to suggest that there maybe was contact with the arm. It's difficult to tell. Decision will rest with the referee here. She's maybe up onto the arm. You can see the one at the other side as well. Nothing away from Eriksson. Skill level involved in that little turn there. Extreme. I'm sure watching the action at that kind of speed is going to help the decision-making process. Looks like we have an official decision. No goal, Eriksson. Didn't think he doubled the lead. It is chopped off after a couple of minutes of prevaricating. A blow to the head and then more of a blow to the confidence, maybe. The fact that that goal's been chopped off. Maybe not though. Was looking sharp there. A let off for Ventforet Kofu. They started the second half looking like a team from the lower tier. Need to try and address that if they're going to keep this tie alive. You just wonder how big that moment could become if Ventforet Kofu can find an equaliser here. Taka is about to come on, 40-year-old. Still such a vital contributor, Yamamoto. Meanwhile, picks up a yellow card. See the infringement here. It's a very slight pull on Naoto Misawa. It's a yellow card in the referee's mind. Taka is still an absolutely vital figure. Kick here though. Ventforet Kofu could double the blow of the disallowed goal. I think it means something happen here. Shoaraki deflects up off the wall, but Takahiro Ida will pick that up. Corner kick for the visitors. Wondering a change, maybe. Well, definitely. Taka is going to come on. It's just a question of when exactly. Kawasaki Frontale. Now the change is coming. So Isawa and Dialton will depart the fray. Juma Miyazaki, Peter Utaka on Owen. The visiting coach, Shinji Otsuka, certainly resting his hand here. An attempt to try and level the scoreline. I think he saw enough in the opening quarter of an hour of that second half to see that a change was needed. The momentum is going to shift. Some added thrust. It's behind Utaka. Noting that Utaka is still very, very prolific, even at the age of 40. In the past decade in Japan, scored 10 goals and assisted 4 in 2023, and he has 8 goals and 1 assist calendar year so far in 2024, so he's still a very effective player. Extremely dangerous, but obviously needs to have his minutes managed somewhat at this stage of his career. So the Asian Champions League run became the goal scorer in the history of that competition. That he still has some magic in his boots at the highest level. Yamamoto. Zahidar gives it back to Yamamoto. Delivered low. Akizaka was dancing around trying to create an opening, and Yusuke Segawa did get the shot away. Not particularly cleanly though. Utaka ready, making himself a handful for Shintaro Kurumaya. Very interestingly poised, this cup tie right now. Kawasaki Frontale lead this first leg in the Levain Cup quarter-final. Second leg to come this weekend. On opposition zone. Miyazaki, brought by Yamamoto. Glad to have possession back. Good chance for Miyazaki on the run here, but he's felled by Sasaki, but the referee says possession was taken cleanly. He's trying to get things ticking. here. Completely realigned the way the second leg looks. Started the second half feverishly did Kawasaki Frontale. Since that Eriksson goal was disallowed by VAR, it's just provided another momentum swing in this game. Takahiro Ida runs back the way to Sato. Just taking their time. Pronunciation of the team name incidentally comes from the fact it derives from French as a compound word. Word van, which means wind, and the word fore, which is forest, so windy forest. Some sort of storm here in this second half. Utaka looks fly. Yamaguchi watched it well though. Hasn't had a massive amount asked of him. Yamaguchi's another player. Bit of French connection. Born in Paris. Name Louis Tebo. Yamaguchi. Japan. 20 international. Competition with Soo-Kyung. Veteran. Jersey. Cup. Haidar at the lone start. Gapon, long range. Taking something very special from there. With Yuki Yamamoto's head, someone took the sting out of the shot. Utaka coming back from an offside position. 40 years old in the career, stretching 20 odd years now professionally. You wonder how many offside flags he's seen in that career. To bet, fair few. Another change for Ventforet Kofu. On is Kayama. Kai, who a very impressive first half but has faded admittedly in the seconds. The third player in an attacking position. They're substituted, so that's a whole new Ventforet Kofu. Level. Ida crosses too much on it for Utaka, but arriving inside the box was Nakayama just after coming on. What an introduction that would have been. Just wonder Toru Baniki is thinking. Kawasaki Frontale feels like they're just letting their control of this game slip slightly. That in mind. Shin Yamada, star man for goals. Players coming on. Eriksson. Also coming on. The player that they signed from Ventforet Kofu, Sotamura. Takes the place of Yuki Yamamoto. Veteran Akihiro Inaga. Come on out wide. Behind the striker. Using Yasuko Wakizaka. Changes galore in this game. Game. If he could, then that would certainly move things in terms of the tie in a positive direction for Kawasaki Frontale. Quarter of an hour left here at the Todoroki Stadium. Kawasaki hosts leads by a single goal. Both teams have now deployed substitutes. Kawasaki Frontale looking to build on that advantage heading into the second leg. Ventforet Kofu fancy themselves to nick a draw here. Take the tie back to Kofu with a real chance of progressing to the last four. Cup specialists from the second tier to spring. Surprise once again. Kawasaki Frontale to time moving positively. There. Spell of possession this for the hosts. Can they turn it into something tangible? That's the question. Ball across and good block by Shibuya. Eriksson looked somewhat frustrated to be brought off. To Ienaga. Most talented attacking players in Japanese football off the bench. Not a bad option. Here, Toru Oniki. Good flow to this move. Sagawa's ball across though, can't find the blue jersey. Taka trying to make something of it. He's feeding off of scraps right now. It's making it difficult. Kawahara knitting things together here. It's been an understated performance. His first start from Kawahara. He's done his job well. Haidar likewise. As long as the clean sheet remains intact as a defender, he'll be happy. Nice work, and Miyanaga to Miura. Miura. Tried there by Takahiro Ida. Former Ventforet Kofu man. Would be candidate, you would imagine. As a potential creator of the goal, which could make the real difference in the tie. Yanaga's path is just blocked off there. Ventforet Kofu were wanting a free kick as Masahiro Sekiguchi shoved over. See that one again. Top there. Taro Kurumaya. Lovely skill from Ida. Now Utaka. Taka prods that in. I think the attack would have been just offside. That's all it takes. Games, ties, whole seasons sometimes can pivot for a single moment. See that Levain Cup glory not out of the question for either of these teams. Afforded a bye to the quarter-final stage. Two of the three teams competing in the Asian Champions League, which now join the five which battled through to get to this stage. Format in the tournament this year, more lower league teams and more entertainment, you would probably say. Here's Tono. Miyanaga just cannot quite get there to pull it across. Miyanaga, such an intelligent player. Just to drift in from wide positions. Big problems. Sato is off, replaced by Renatinho. Giotska. To twist his hand, and Marcinho, third talented attacker off the bench. Place of Shiki Segawa. Kawasaki Frontale. It's now the orthodox first choice front three. For the most part for Kawasaki Frontale, Marcinho, Yamada and Miyanaga all on. There's Miura. Still the jersey left back though. Sasaki has performed well. Chibanada. Now to opposite sides. swinging. Ventforet Kofu is absolutely vital at this point that we do not concede the second goal. Would change the complexion of the tie completely. Needs to happen. If an attacker or someone else could grab an equaliser, even more so, that would change things. It would. Second leg, very interesting indeed. As it stands, both teams will have plenty to play for in Kofu. Marcinho prods that in though, and he's followed on with the run. Couldn't be found. Utaka goes down in a heap. The counter-attack continues here. Miyazaki just has to pull up his run. Renatinho. Takahiro Ida. 5.5 minutes left, plus stoppage time. The next goal in the game will be interesting. The next goal in the tie in the context of full 180 minutes here. Will we see one before the end of proceedings here? An excellent, very watchable game at the Todoroki Stadium in Kawasaki. Zipping around now for Ventforet Kofu. Sekiguchi, the captain, goes back to Hayashida. Defensive midfielder is playing in a deeper role today. He's given that away, but ricochets fortunately for Renatinho. Now Utaka goes down. That will be a free kick. Player. Was who has been penalised. Put that one filed under the category of Tiger knew what he was doing. Shikiotsuka knows just how vital this is. Swung in. With it. Just wonder if oh, it's given away though. Utaka, golden opportunity, went wide and then comes back inside and is cleared off the line. Vital contribution on debut from Cesar Haidar, saved a certain goal. But that was almost a cataclysmic error here. Utaka was lurking, the pass back was a poor one. What a let-off for Kawasaki Frontale. Corner. It's the first man in the near sides. Now Marcinho has it. Ebbs and swings in this game. Mura. Forward is well watched. Was that the chance? chance though for Ventforet Kofu. Minutes of the 90 momentarily. Captivating action to Todoroki Stadium. As it stands right now, Kawasaki Frontale will take a 1-goal advantage into the second leg. Kofu though want to try and grab an equaliser on the night. Here's Ida. Chance for Ida, maybe tries to commit his man on the outside. Mura, the former Kofu player, sees that one behind. Composed defending from Mura in the end. The long stoppage for Ericsson's head knock at the start of this second half. There's going to be 6 minutes added. We're almost 45 seconds into that so far. Both teams have deployed attacking weapons in an attempt to get a second goal in this game. Have come close to it as well in different ways at different times. It's Kawasaki Frontale right now. Senior turns back. Possession wouldn't be the worst idea for Kawasaki Frontale right now. Take the 1-goal advantage to Kofu. Ball moving around nicely. It's Tachibanada. Now Miura. Whistle. Be a free kick. A promising position. Seated by Nakayama. Just a little late. Sotamura there. Opportunity is wasted by Kawasaki Frontale though. Wasted on Zayutaka. Just took the ball wider than he probably needed to. Team from the second tier have acquitted themselves well though in this one. And the tie planning a late twist in the tail here. Very much alive and kicking at Kofu. Header from Miura. influence as this game has progressed. In the midfield, Kawasaki Frontale wearing the number 19. He's certainly a player who's caught the eye in the second period. Utaka will try to bring this in. Doesn't quite manage to, but there was a foul. The referee plays the advantage. Good turn. And then a fine recovery challenge from Dayatono, who's all the way back doing the defending. He's the goal scorer. Seems like so long ago now. 27th minute of the game. Sekiguchi starts on. Plays it wide to Ida, then back inside. Nakagawa, Nakayama rather, went down. Much influence in an attacking sense. A few more glimpses from Marcinho. Ball goes long to Utaka. That's well defended there. Again by Haidar. Utaka has gone beyond the last man anyway. Side there. So this could be the last kick of this Levain Cup quarter-final first leg. Yamaguchi preparing to launch it. Does so. Ventforet Kofu win the ball back. Throws it forward to Taka. Certainly fulfilled the brief of causing a nuisance since he came on. Cross is clipped in and it was a decent one. And then the shot is saved well by Yamaguchi. Frenetic end to the game. Decent effort on target as well. From Ventforet Kofu. Won't find the goal that they wanted to try and get this tie level. Late effort there from Takuto Kimura. Was spinning, so it was a bit difficult for Yamaguchi, but he managed to get behind it well. And the final whistle has gone, so it means Ventforet Kofu fall to defeat here in Kawasaki against Frontale. It was a game packed full of incident. The goal was from Dayatono in the 27th minute of the first half. The second half started with Kawasaki in the ascendancy. Eriksson scored just before the hour mark, but it was chopped off by VAR, and then the momentum changed in the game, and it took a clearance off the line from the debutant Cesar Haidar to keep Kawasaki's lead going into the second leg on Sunday. The final score here in this J.League YBC Levain Cup quarter-final first leg is Kawasaki Frontale 1, Ventforet Kofu 0.
放送配信をご覧の皆様、そして場内の皆様、ヒーローインタビューです。遠野大也選手です。まずは初戦勝利おめでとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
得点シーンのことを伺う前に、今日のゲームにかける思いというのをまず聞かせてください。2ヶ月ぶりの先発起用になったわけですけども、期するものが相当あったんじゃないかと思います。
そうですね、みんな気持ち入ってましたので、本当に勝ててよかったです。はい、
遠野さんご自身は今日のこの甲府という難しい相手を迎えるホームでの初戦、どういうところがポイントになると思って試合に入られたんですか？
本当に先制点やっぱ取った方が有利に進めると思いましたし、そういった中で、点決めれてよかったです。はい、
その大事な先制点、ご自身が決めることになるわけですが、一つ前に決定機を相手のキーパー渋谷さんに止められてという、あの辺の気持ちはどんなだったんですか？
あの時から、感触は良かったので、どんどん振りに行きました。はい、
そしてフロンターレサポーターの皆さんがぜひ聞きたいあの得点シーンです。脇坂さんとのワンツー、その前でもエリソン選手が相手キーパーと競ったりしてっていう、本当にチームでもぎ取った側面もあるかと思いますが、ちょっとあれ振り返ってください。
そうですね、あそこのかぶせだったり、エリソンが走ったところに行くのをチームとしての意識してたので、こぼれて難しいバウンドだったんですけど、思いっきり振り抜いて良かったです。はい、
しかも振り抜くものもあれ叩きつけてっていうイメージだったんですか？
そうですね、難しかったので、もう本当に思いっきり叩きつけるといいますか、外してもいいやみたいな脱力感で打てました。はい、
ただその後もやっぱり相手も相当期するものがあって、主導権は握っていても難しい流れにはなりました。ここまでの90分間というのはどういうふうに振り返りますか？
やっぱり追加点のところを本当1点取ってまた2点目を取りに行く姿勢をもっともっとやらないと、こういうゲーム難しいゲームになるので、難しいゲームになったんですけど、みんなで我慢強く戦えたので、本当に良かったです。はい、
ご自身にとっても7月6日のアウェーのジュビロ戦以来の公式戦ゴール、これでいろんな意味でチームにもご自身にも弾みになろうかと思います。次の日曜日の第2戦アウェーに向けて一言お願いします。
また自分自身自信持って、結果にもっとこだわってやっていきたいです。はい、
おめでとうございました。遠野大也選手でした。では鬼木徹監督に伺います。初戦勝利おめでとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
リーグで3連勝して以来の公式戦での勝利、その意味でも非常に大きな勝利だったと思いますが、まず勝利そのものについて振り返ってください。
ホームで勝てたことはね良かったですけども、ただやっぱり1対0っていうところはね なかなか次のアウェーゲームが難しくなったなとは思ってます。
主導権をかなり握る時間がありましたけれども結果的には 1-0、これはやはりそういう振り返りになるわけですか。
そうですね、やっぱり2点目を取りに行ってましたし、最後も取りに行きながらね、逆にカウンターとか食らうようになってしまったりとか、少しねそこら辺のところの、アラートさっていうのはねもっともっと必要かなと思いますね。
ただ貴重な先制ゴールが入りました。遠野選手の得点について、それから遠野選手久しぶりの先発起用だったわけですが、先制ゴールについての監督振り返ってください。
いやもともとああいうねところが得意な選手ですし、浮いたボールも得意ですし、また本当シーズンとしてずっといいんですよね。いいんですけどもなかなかスタートに入れなかったりとか、ただそういった中でもね腐らずやれてる、やっぱりその姿勢っていうのがねチームのパワーになりましたし、またそうやってそういう選手がねゴールを決めてチームを勝たせてくれたっていうのは本当に喜ばしいことです。
そしてあれは遠野選手のゴールではあるんですけれども、チームでもぎ取ったゴールのようにも見えたんですが、あれはどうでしょう。
そうですね、いろんな選手が絡んだりとか狙いとしているところに行ったりとか、そこら辺は非常に良かったと思いますので、あとは回数を増やしたいですね。
それにしても現役時代の両監督が元チームメートという対決だったわけですけども、やっぱりヴァンフォーレは J2 なんですけども難しい相手でしたね。
そうですね、やっぱりもうしっかりとオーガナイズされたチームでしたし、もう狙いもはっきりしてましたし、本当に難しいゲームでした。そういう意味では守備はよくねゼロで抑えたと思いますね。
新戦力も頑張って。
そうですね、そこは本当に嬉しいところですね。本当に生き生きやってくれてましたので、それは嬉しかったです。
次に向けて一言お願いします。
いやもう何もまだね決まってないので、特にアウェーゲームも難しいのは承知なので、とにかくもう一回気を引き締めて、挑みたいと思います。
ありがとうございました。おめでとうございました。鬼木監督でした。
ありがとうございます。
ヨーロッパとアジアの狭間、アゼルバイジャン。世界遺産を最速マシンが疾走する。狭いストリートサーキットだがオーバーテイクの要素満載。危険な高速決戦の幕が開く。オールセッション完全生中継。